Good morning and welcome to Face the Nation. We had planned to join you from Des Moines following last night's debate, but after the terrorist attacks in France Friday, that plan changed. We'll talk about the debate later in the broadcast. Right now, the latest on the Paris attacks that left 129 dead and 352 wounded. CBS News correspondent Elizabeth Palmer joins us from outside the Bataclan Concert Hall in Paris, where 89 people were killed during a terror rampage on Friday. Liz, what's the latest?
Good morning, John. Well, a much clearer picture has emerged of what happened. In about 2.5 hours on Friday night, 6 locations were attacked pretty much simultaneously, and at least 7 terrorists were involved. The police say those men are all dead. Paris is in shock, of course, and the country has begun 3 official days of mourning. The police, immediately working with forensics teams, set out to identify these 7 men, and they said they've done it, although they've only named one of them. They were relying on DNA evidence and, in some cases, body parts, so they sound pretty sure of themselves. The guy they have named is a French citizen. He comes from the Paris suburbs. He's a petty criminal, and he has been on the security services radar since 2010, when he was apparently radicalized. The search has gone international for accomplices. It turns out that the car that was driven to the Bataclan Concert Hall was rented by a Belgian citizen, and the police picked him up yesterday. He was trying to get back into Belgium from France. They've also arrested 3 other men from a suburb of Brussels, which is known to be a home to Islamic radicals, and at least one of them, say the police, was in Paris the day of the attacks. People are wondering why the intelligence services didn't pick up any chatter on these attacks. They were relatively complex. They involved a lot of people, some of whom are dead and some of whom are clearly alive. But the fact is that the security services here have been completely overwhelmed. Not only have there been French citizens who've gone off to Syria to fight and have been coming back who have to be thoroughly checked out. Of course, in the last few months, there have been hundreds of thousands of migrants flooding into Europe in a pretty chaotic fashion. And the security services, frankly, have been very worried that some of them will be coming in as terrorists disguised simply as asylum seekers. That may turn out to have been the case in this instance.
Elizabeth Palmer for us in Paris. Thanks so much, Liz.